roommate's possessive girlfriend tried getting me kicked out of my own house, so I made sure she got dumped instead. About 7 years ago, I moved into a 4-bedroom rental with 3 close friends. I was the only woman living there, but we'd all known each other for years, so it wasn't weird. Every weekday, Jay and I had breakfast together before he headed to bed after his night shift, and I left for work. Around 5 months later, Jay started dating Karen. He invited her over for one of our game nights so everyone could meet her. At first, everything seemed completely normal because she assumed I was dating one of the other roommates. Earlier that evening, she'd watched me walk into the downstairs bedroom to grab a hoodie, then later saw another roommate head upstairs to grab his charger. The second everyone explained that I actually lived there, had my own room, and wasn't dating any of them, her entire attitude shifted. She laughed it off, saying she was just surprised any woman would choose to live with 3 guys. Everyone accepted that answer except Cam, the landlord's son, and me. We both knew she'd decided I was a problem. From then on, she'd show up almost every day, right after I got home from work, and stay until Jay left for his shift. If I walked into the living room, she'd ask why I was hanging around. If I went to make food, she'd accuse me of interrupting their private time together. Anytime she caught me talking to Jay, she'd suddenly cling to him and start making out with him like she was trying to prove a point. She even complained about me doing my own laundry, because it supposedly ruined the atmosphere. Jay realized she was making things uncomfortable, and started encouraging her to spend most of their time in his room instead. Unfortunately, that just meant the rest of us got treated to some incredibly fake and painfully dramatic bedroom sound effects through the walls. We mostly laughed about it and minded our own business. A couple weeks later, Karen got completely wasted before Jay left for work. We convinced her to sleep it off in his room instead of driving anywhere. I even brought her water, food, and Tylenol because I knew she'd regret life the next morning. When Jay got home the following morning, he started cooking breakfast for both of us like he always did. Karen stormed downstairs, immediately started screaming, woke everyone in the house, accused Jay of cheating, claimed I was sleeping with every roommate, then demanded I pay Jay back for the groceries he'd wasted making breakfast for me. That was enough. Cam and I sat Jay down and told him that if she couldn't accept me living there, then she couldn't keep coming over. Jay asked for 1 week to sort things out, saying she was probably just caught off guard. We gave him that week. Almost immediately, weird things started happening. The communal grocery money kept disappearing. Clean dishes I'd washed somehow ended up dirty in the sink. Random household items vanished from shared spaces and mysteriously turned up inside my room. Karen suddenly acted incredibly sweet, but she wasn't nearly as subtle as she thought. Cam and I figured out exactly what she was doing, but we stayed quiet. Then Cam got a call from his mom, who owned the house. Someone had been sending her photo after photo, along with long messages claiming I was stealing from everyone, trashing the property, and making life miserable. Karen thought she'd get me evicted. Instead, my landlord was just worried I might be struggling and asked Cam to check on me. The second I heard that, I decided it was time to be petty. First, I got rid of the grocery jar. We all tossed spare cash into it for shared food, so I divided everything equally among the 4 roommates and said that since money kept disappearing, it was better if everyone handled their own groceries. Karen hated that idea, but when asked why, she claimed I shouldn't make decisions without everyone agreeing. Cam immediately backed me. Round 1. Next, Cam and I started hanging out in the living room every evening. Karen complained constantly, but Jay reminded her that it was our house, not hers. Every single time she walked into the kitchen, one of us casually asked why she was going through our refrigerator. She stopped opening it after 2 days. Then came the weekend. Jay had picked up an overnight shift, and Karen planned to stay over so they could spend the next day together. That's when Cam and I came up with our masterpiece. Friday night, we hung out in Cam's bedroom right next to Jay's room where Karen was staying. Right after Jay left, we made sure she heard us joking around alone together. Then we started shaking the bed. 2 complete nerds pushing on a mattress to fake movement was both ridiculous and hilarious. Within minutes, Jay texted asking what was going on. Cam answered, playing video games. About 10 minutes later, we actually were playing Mario Party with the TV muted. When Jay demanded a FaceTime call, he saw exactly what we'd hoped he'd see. Me destroying Cam at Mario Party. We repeated